Hello and welcome. My name is Lana and I am the founder of Inner Mystic School. Today I would like to introduce to you what this journey of the inner mystic represents for me. So for myself, the mystical journey has been one of discovering who I am more deeply than any of the roles that I've played, any of the jobs that I've done, any of what we call the personas or masks that we represent ourselves through in the world, how we show ourselves in the world. The mystical journey is, for me, stripping away of these outfits that I wear and coming more and more into a sacred union with the divine aspects of me. There's many words that you might hear people use. Some is the sacred self, the divine essence, the higher aspects, your higher self, your God self. Those labels, those really don't matter. It's what resonates with you. And so for the last 25 years, I have been actively pursuing the shadow aspects of myself, these pained, recessed, unhealed, untapped into potential pockets of energy that are within myself. And we all have these shadow aspects. These are dormant power. So when we go into that work and we start to heal and release and transmute the pain, we have access to more light, more power, more energy, more of our divine self. So this is what the mystical journey represents for me, is discovering more of who I am in the divine form while in a human body. Okay? So the inner mystic journey is level 1 of 3 experiences. The inner mystic journey is an optional 20 to 40 hour weekend, plus the additional 20 hours will be done over a very short period of time. But for now, I'm just going to speak about the level 1 20 hour. So within this inner mystic journey, personal foundations, you are going to have an opportunity to sit with yourself, to reflect, to contemplate, to learn a little bit more about your voice of intuition, your wisdom, your God self, your inner mystic. So many of us on this spiritual path are seeking answers outside of ourselves. And I understand, because that's how the journey begins. We want to be reassured, validated. We want to experience leadership. We want to know that somebody else has gone before us and they can help us maybe navigate, offer us a little bit more insight. When we step onto this path, it could be incredibly unsettling though. You might be discovering in your own life that regardless of how long you've been a seeker, life is getting a little bit more challenging. It's almost like as we start to show up to do that inner work of healing, we don't have many opportunities for breaks. It feels like the lessons, the teachings are coming hard and fast. Maybe you are finding that you are moving through these incredible emotional cycles, or relationships are falling apart around you, or you are questioning your place in the dynamic of these relationships. Like really honest questions are coming up. You're maybe with a job that you do not enjoy and you're recognizing, I need to shift that, or you've been released from your job. Maybe geographically where you are living, you are just not in resonance. There's a density, a heaviness. You cannot thrive. You cannot elevate your energy. Regardless of the package or the outfits that your human experience is presenting you with, it might be feeling heavy. You might be feeling stuck, like you're at an impasse, like you're just so overwhelmed with all of these aspects of your life falling apart, your health, your well-being, maybe financially, all right? This is part of the journey. This is required. This is the dismantling part, all right? This falling away of aspects of us, of the personas, the roles, the masks, need to happen. We need to mold. We need to shed. We need to refine ourselves. And in that process of letting go, we start to get quieter in our head. We start to access a little bit of peace, more clarity. So, with this dismantling process, it's important that we have tools that are going to support us in being better able to navigate these choppy waters. Because until we find ourselves more and more in alignment with the clarity of who we be, connected to our source self, and steady in that, life is going to feel hard and brutal. So with Inner Mystic Journey, Personal Foundations, Level 1, we come together for a weekend of exploring tools and practices and ways to connect more with that inner guru, that wise one, the mystic. The mystic is the part of you that knows who you really are, not in the human form, okay? So we start with very simple practices and tools that are going to help you establish a foundation, help you to build more confidence, self-assurity, so that you can reassure yourself that you're not at the mercy of life, but rather you are co-creating in this process of dismantling. You are interested, you are committed, you are inspired to refine yourself and grow yourself. So I'm going to give you a little bit of insight into what these 10 modules are. And if you would like to explore further, I'm going to ask you to go to lanaboyack.com. And if you go to the events tab, you will discover there are 3 Inner Mystic options. Look at Inner Mystic Journey. And when you read through, you will see that there is an introduction package, a PDF that you can download, and it will give you more details yet. And by all means, if you have questions, reach out to me. So here's a quick summary of the beautiful pieces that we're going to explore. So we explore cycles, rhythms in Ayurveda. Life is about cycles. It is not linear. And the sooner you can acknowledge that just because you do this, it does not guarantee you a next result. This is not how life works. It is about us being adaptable, movable, bendable, all right? And starting to see the cycles and rhythms that repeat themselves. And we will lovingly dive into Ayurveda, because Ayurveda gives us a solid sense of these cycles and rhythms. And Ayurveda is ancient. So we are tapping into ancient, proven practices and wisdom here, some of which is going to resonate with you more. And that's perfect, because maybe that's exactly what you need right now. It's like a stepping stone on to the next piece, all right? Throughout this weekend, you're not going to be able to assimilate everything. You're not going to be leaving and overloading yourself and throwing yourself into this just impossible series of what feel like tasks. I want you to find what resonates with you, start there, and I will teach you how to implement that into your life, and then slowly add more layers in. So Ayurveda, Cycles and Rhythms is Module 1. Module 2 is we're going into breath work and movement for core healing. So breath work, we are not necessarily working with yogic pranayama, we are going into some deep transformative breath that is going to release deep-seated stuck energy within you. Spontaneous healing is possible here. All right. Module 3 and 4, we are exploring chakras and chakra yoga. That is, for many people, one of the most important entry points, portals into learning how to self-regulate their energy. All right. So the chakras, module 5 is mantras and mudras. So we're starting to work within the energetic seals and working with creating a signature imprint from within with intention and sending that out. Working with bringing vibrational harmony through the use of mantras. Module 6 is meditation and reflective journaling. So this is a core piece, because if you cannot get still inside, you will not be able to hear what source, soul, spirit, your higher mind, the inner mystic has to offer you, such as guidance, answers, direction. All right. Then module 7, we go into elemental alchemy. So we are going to be playing with the realms of the elements, which you are made from. So to get to embody more of this wisdom that nature offers us brings you into a much clearer sense of the power that you actually are. And we're not talking egoic power. We are talking spirit, heart, soul power. You as the divine essence. Okay. Module 8, oracles, gemstones, aromatherapy, and building an altar. 9 is working in the realm of high vibrational food. So food as medicine, because as you navigate these waves of expansion and contraction from now until you die, as your soul expands and as the human part needs to contract and integrate and assimilate and then repeat that cycle, you will find that you will have to be working with nutrition in a variety of ways to help to either elevate you and expand you, make you more open and receptive, or ground you down, temper the energy that is flowing through you. All right. And the final, module 10, we are exploring building your own personal rituals. So the building of your own personal rituals will be set up whereas you have a particular issue. Maybe it is, maybe you have what we could call depression, or that denser energy, apathy, lethargy, just a dampening of your energy. If that's the case, we are looking to bring more fire, more air, more uprising energy into your life for a set period of time. We are looking at bringing in then fiery practices. We are looking at bringing in things such as going out into nature, working with the breath, lightening up the diet. There will be particular mantras that you're going to work with. Certain aromatherapy will bring that upliftment of energy. So ultimately, we are bringing in the opposite to help steady you. Okay? And so you're going to be taught how to implement these practices, these spiritual prescriptions for yourself at home. And so for those that are going into the 40-hour track, they're going to have an additional 20 hours, some with me one-on-one, some in group work, virtual, and working with a partner, and self work to really harness their ability to self-prescribe so that their spirit is feeling more expanded and the human part of them is more steady. So I really hope that I have done a good job informing you of what my intention here really is. And you know, I've been blessed that for 25 years, I've had incredible mentors and guides in my life. Individuals, particularly women, who have been 10, 15, 20 years my elder, or who've been on the path that much longer than I have been, who've guided me. It is an incredible gift to be mentored, to be supported, to be lovingly ushered in a direction that we can sustain on our own. And ultimately, this is your personal journey. You have to choose to establish a healthy foundation for yourself so that as life churns you and moves you and unearths you and purifies and refines you, you can meet it with more grace and ease from a calm center within. And just to touch base very briefly, level 2 of the inner mystic is the gateway. And this is where individuals will have a 4 to 5 hour block of time with me in my own environment, and I will be guiding you through ritual. I will be guiding you through sacred medicine journey, so working in a microdose way. And then we are going to do the breakthrough breath work to churn up energies, bring you to a crescendo where your heart is open and you are lovingly supported through that space where this new imprint can be created, and whatever is coming up to be healed can be addressed at that time. And then I guide you out of the breath work, and you're being coached. There is energy work that is being performed on you if need be during this time. And then I guide you with a protocol to go home with so that you can create in your life this opportunity to support you maintaining, sustaining this new energetic, emotional, psychological, and emotional imprint that this 4 to 5 hour gateway journey is going to offer you. Level 3 will be a great pleasure for me to co-facilitate. This is a big initiation, and this one is your big medicine journey. So this is transformation time. This is you joining myself and my medicine teacher and colleague, Nadine Purdy, in Costa Rica, where I will be living for an indefinite period of time. And we will be co-facilitating these sacred medicine journeys, working with Kambo, Rape, and Santo Daime, or ayahuasca, as you might also know it. So that is done by application only. So you can find all of this information on my website. And please, if you have listened this far, I would like to make an offer, which is if you register and pay in full before the early bird rate ends, you get to receive an additional $100 off right now. So check out the website, check out the details, and if you have any questions, it would be my delight to meet with you virtually or by a phone call and answer those for you. In closing, I just want to say, these tools that I'm offering you are what have supported me for upwards of 40 years. This is why my foundation is steady. This is why I can do the work that I do and work in the realms of spirit and working in the realms of medicine journeys, is because I have a deep connection and a steadiness to this planet and to the energies above. This is our biggest, greatest, most generous, self-loving gift. Become steady inside so that your courage blossoms and you lead by the wisdom of your heart. So Inner Mystic Journey, Personal Foundations. Lana Boyack, www.cultivate.com. Thank you so much.